Hello everyone. So in this video, let us learn how to clone an issue using Scriptrunner. And this is something that is possible using a couple of ways. We'll talk about a simple way today. Now, if you're using Scriptrunner for Jira, you can definitely clone an issue to maybe the same project or maybe to a different project. And to be honest, I forgot if I covered this in one of my video recently, but let us do that anyways. And I will talk about why I normally don't really use the clone functionality that comes with the Scriptrunner. So let us say there is a requirement where if you have a project not a project, but let us say there is a ticket which is raised, and for some reason you want to clone that particular story or whatever issue to another project or maybe the same project. You can do that, and there are plenty of use cases. Maybe you want to clone it because the native clone feature is probably not enough, because when you click on this clone, it will of course clone the issue, but in the same project. And sometimes you want to probably have more control over what fields you want to copy and where you want to copy this, and maybe you want to do it conditionally because this operation is there for you always, clone, right? Now the thing is that maybe you want to do it from the workflow. Maybe there is a requirement where whenever you escalate your ticket, maybe you want to do it on a transition, right? Or maybe you want to have like a global loop transition, so that you always have this button somewhere that and you click on the button and you're then able to clone it. So what we'll do, we'll simply modify the workflow of this particular project, which is a sample Scrum project, and we will look at the transitions that we have. So I need to of course log in. Sometimes Jira will ask you to enter your username. So let us say you want this ticket to be closed when you move the issue to in progress, right? Or maybe let us not do that. Let us do something like this: escalate, right? And when you click on escalated, you want to clone it, maybe for a dev team to work on it. And if you look at the transition, you can actually go to the post function, and then you can do something with this particular transition. And we basically want to use Scriptrunner. So if you search here, built or not really built in, clone an issue and issue links. So this is the functionality that comes with Scriptrunner, and a lot of people use it. I try to not use it because although it is great, but I prefer doing it using my own custom script so that I have full control over it. I can look at the logs. I can I prefer having some fine control over what I'm doing. So of course you can specify the target project, and you can of course specify the condition. Maybe you only want to do it when priority is high or highest, right? You can do that. But for the time being, let us keep it simple. Target issue type is bug. You can also copy all the fields. You can also copy all the comments and subtasks if you want, by the way. And you can leave this particular field as user as blank, so that whoever is doing this transition, that person will be the user. And you can also do something additional, like what you want to do after the issue is cloned. And this is actually quite useful, because when the issue is created, you may want to set a custom field, you want to maybe add a comment, so you can do a lot of wonderful things. We'll keep it very simple. We'll click on the add, and let us publish it. So we don't really want to save a backup, and now we have this new post function. So urgent issue, I want to raise something which is urgent, and I want to also maybe there are some other fields that I need to fill in. So when we have this particular field, SSP 30, not really field, but this particular issue, you can of course see that there is a transition, global transition called escalated. Click on it. It will take some time, couple of seconds, and you will basically have this issue cloned. Now this is actually quite useful because when you clone the issue, you can, because we selected all the fields, it will copy all the fields. And of course, those fields should be relevant in the target project, or maybe in the target project, if you have some fields that are required or that are there, then you need to basically worry about it. And that is why I don't really use it. I prefer using, my own script so that I have full control. And good thing about this, not really a good thing, but it's a good thing. So let us say there is a description, there are some comments, and let us also add a comment. If there are some subtasks, it will, because we selected these subtasks to also be copied, let us create one more subtask, and let us click on the escalate one more time. So if you click on the escalated one more time, you will basically see this issue created again. And in this case, of course, it will create a subtask in that particular project as well. And this is fine. If you want to do something very simple, like basically, if for a simple use case, this is all you need. If you think this is all you need, you can. But the problem is that when you are building some automations in Jira, don't really think about the problems that you're trying to solve right now. Always think about the problems that will come or might come in future, because this functionality is not super customizable, because maybe you want to, of course there are some additional actions that you can do, and you will also be able to select what fields you want to copy. But usually when we clone the issue, you want to, of course, have some processing in between. Maybe you want to have in the summary, of course you can still do that, by the way, but sometimes you need this control so that you may want to maybe trigger some event. Maybe you want to store the script somewhere else, or maybe you just want to do it using a listener, right? And when you have a listener, again, you have full control. And to be honest, when you're trying to clone the issue, it is basically just creating an issue with, of course, a link. And if you have been following my videos, you will find videos on how to create a new issue. You will find videos on how to create a link. And your own script, your own custom script will, of course, in the beginning, it will take some time, but it will last forever, right? If I look at my own repository, I still have those scripts that I wrote probably. Of course, not each and everything is still relevant because APIs change. But when you have a script which you wrote maybe 2 years ago or 15 years ago, most likely with little modification, that particular script will still work. Or if you have been playing with Jira, you will of course anyways be updating those scripts with time. So try to write your own script. Try to use Jira, Java APIs as much as you can. Of course, you can also use Happy, the API from Scriptrunner. But if you write your own script, you have full control over each and everything. All right, that is it. A small, simple video, but I hope you found this video useful and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.